If you're watching this video, you're probably over the age of 30. And I'm going to go ahead and warn you right now, you may have some pretty painful aha moments. Because today I'm going to break down the 12 things that I wished every woman would learn before the age of 25, but most of us don't figure out until we're well over 40. Oh honey, I hope you're ready for this episode. If you are, get your pen, get your Post-it, get your ambition planner, and let's go. Hello, Ambition Babes. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion, also known as the Face of Ambition, across all social media platforms as well as wherever you stream your podcast. I help women who are on a glow-up journey, who are ready to reinvent themselves and who are tired of doing the same old thing the same old way and expecting different results. If that is content that you are consuming right now, please make sure that you hit the subscription button, the notification bell so that you don't miss the 2 times that I post throughout the week. And you have got to make sure and send this video to your sister, your best friend, your mother, or your partner. Because listen, sis, it was very hard for me to whittle this down to 12 things that I wish that women learned sooner. I wish I had someone that set me down, held my hand, and told me the hard truth that there are things that you do not know about this life that you're going to learn later. And if you had learned sooner, it could have eliminated so much heartache, headache, and pain. One of the things that I wish I learned earlier in life is that my journey does not have a destination. I'm going to continuously be on a journey of weight loss, personal growth, developments. My spiritual journey did not end just because I read the Bible. I was going to continue to evolve, to learn, to grow, to question what I thought was true, and to develop my own opinion on everything from politics to my favorite vacation destination, and to if I preferred quiet or loud luxury. We are women, specifically Black women, and our POVs, opinions, and ideals on certain subjects can change whenever we decide. But there are some things that I wish I just knew earlier. And the very first thing I wish I knew sooner is that my gut is usually right. If you're watching Love is Blind, then you'd understand the idea of
this thing where I follow my spleen.
Honey, your gut is normally telling you the truth. You can easily remove the word gut and insert the word Holy Spirit. Because that physical reaction that you're having is nothing but God trying to tell you, baby, don't do that. Listen to me. Don't go that way. Don't date that man. Don't spend that money. Don't buy that car. Don't take that job. That unsettling in your spirit is normally right. And yet we've programmed ourselves not to listen. We start on our normal roller coaster of overthinking, asking for someone else's opinion, doubting ourselves, and desiring external validation. But God has gifted you with an internal system that is never wrong. Things in our life truly go wrong when we choose not to listen to our gut. When we choose to dismiss the Holy Spirit and go our own way, baby, I'm sure y'all could fill up the chat with times that you did not listen to your gut and the outcome of the decisions that you chose to make. So my challenge to you is this week to be more mindful about listening to your body, listening to your gut, listening to the Holy Spirit when they tell you to do something, to act now, to take a chance, to start the YouTube channel, to take time and talk to your spouse or your child, to go on that date. Even as something is layering your perfume, you never know who's going to compliment you and where that compliment can take you. Speaking of listening to your gut, let's talk about something that we don't talk about enough. Our ever-changing bodies and how important it is to start supporting our brain and our bodies now rather than later. Lately, I've been noticing that my gut health felt completely off. I was belching like a man, always felt bloated, sluggish, and not regular enough. And girl, let's not even get on the brain fog. I knew my body was changing when I couldn't talk and text, but there were other signs of my brain just slowing down that I was not ready to experience. That is why I'm so excited to tell you about MIDI Health. They are also the sponsors of today's video. MIDI has taken their expertise in women's health and have created supplements specifically for women's changing bodies. MIDI is a virtual clinic whose mission is rooted in truly seeing and understanding women. Not only are they helping women through their clinical practices, but they're also revolutionizing the supplement industry just for us. They recently launched supplements specifically for exactly what women are going through. They are doctor designed using the latest research and insight from MIDI's 200,000 plus patients. No hype, just science. You can feel confident that you are getting high quality, doctor developed supplements that were made here in the US. They have a daily fiber plus, which I don't miss taking every single day, a daily brain boost to help fight that mental fog, and a daily cortisol support. I honestly felt like I was getting enough fiber in my diet, but the bloating, the belching, and the irregularity was telling me that I needed a supplement to help me to feel more like myself, not so sluggish and weighed down. Since taking these 3 supplements, I have noticed a drastic change in my cortisol levels, which traditionally show up in the puffiness in my face, as well as my brain fog. Now, I'm still not the best at texting and talking, but I feel more alert, more innovative, creative, and less sleepy and sluggish midday, because brain fog affects about 70% of women midlife. Exactly when we need mental clarity the most. Sis, your body is not broken. You just need expert support and products from individuals who get it. And MIDI is here to help you feel like yourself again. If you'd like to take the next steps like me and start your self-care journey, join the more than 200,000 women who love and trust MIDI. Click the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen and use the code AMBITION to take 30% off your first order of supplements. Say goodbye to guessing and hello to a doctor-approved formula developed and designed by women for women. Thank you, MIDI, for being the sponsor of this video and an amazing supporter of our community. Tip number 2 is that you do not have to be perfect to be worthy of love. Perfectionism truly is a thief of joy. When we're trying to be perfect, we're hiding our real selves. Our real selves have made mistakes in our past. We're goofy, silly, extra serious, introverted, extroverted, witty, or maybe very analytical. But the person that is introverted is trying to be extroverted because that's their vision of perfection. So they come off as unauthentic. And when they're trying to create meaningful relationships, they tend to fall short because they weren't being true to themselves. You find yourself waiting to be ready before you start, because you want to do it the right way. You want the people to be proud of you. You're seeking validation for your mama, your sister, your best friend, or your cousin because of a womb that was developed years ago. But what you fail to realize is that your imperfections, they make you far more relatable. I remember feeling like I wasn't going to find the love of my life because of my weight. I have struggled with my weight my whole life. And so because when I looked in the mirror and I didn't see someone that was perfect, I felt as if someone else would look at me, see my imperfections, and not want to be with me, not find me attractive, not find me desirable. But when I decided to just be myself, when I let my walls down just a little bit, the love of my life and the man that I had been with for almost 25 years was standing right there, wanting to love me for the person that I was, not based on this perfect image I had of myself, that loved my flaws, my quirkiness. He loved my cooking, but he also loved spending quiet time with me. We both desired to grow spiritually, heal emotionally, and find someone that we could love deeply. I know you've experienced a time when you weren't perfect, but yet you were still chosen. Stop hiding the real you. The real you is worthy of love. Tip number 3 is that your worth is not negotiable. Your worth does not decrease based on someone's inability to see it. When we seek external validation, we are allowing someone else to determine our worth. They get to put a dollar amount on your value. So then we find ourselves starting to change to meet their expectations, only to find that they've moved the goalpost yet even further, and we're constantly chasing someone else's approval. But sis, your worth is an inside job. You are the only one that can set your value. No amount of achievements, degrees, weight loss, or people pleasing will give you what you refuse to give to yourself. I wholeheartedly believe in daily affirmations because I know the power of repetition and how telling yourself how much you are worth, doing mirror work and breath work around aligning your words with your mental state can truly change absolutely everything. So in addition to your affirmations, you have got to start journaling. I love to write in my future self, identifying exactly who I'm reinventing myself to be. What does she like? What does she like to wear? Where does she eat? What is her job? How do people experience her? We can't be what we can't see. And because we've allowed someone else to identify our worth, we have got to establish that for ourselves. Tip number 4 is that boundaries are self-care, not selfish. You have heard it a million times, but I just feel in my spirit you need to hear it again today. No is a complete sentence. No, I'm not available to go to brunch with you today. No, I'm not available to take your call right now. No, I'm not available to drop what I'm doing to make your life easier. No does not have to represent you being a mean girl. But I want you to think back on the times that you have said no and how good it felt. Setting boundaries is the ultimate form of self-care. By nature, we're overgivers. We want to be liked, we want to be appreciated, and we think the more that we give, the more individuals will appreciate us. But think about how many times that has backfired. You give and give and give to those kids, and how many times do they turn around and say, thanks, mom? You give and give and give to your job, and how many times do they say, you know what, you deserve 2 raises this year? You give and give and give to your mama, your sister, your best friend, or your partner, and think about the times where you felt truly appreciated. Boundaries protect your energy and teach others how to treat you. Tip number 5 is that other women are not your competition. Another woman's success does not diminish your own. Being jealous, envious, or tearing other individuals down may make you feel better, but comparing yourself to others does that not a long-term fix make. There is literally enough success to go around. This pie is infinite. You can have a slice of the pie and leave her to eat hers too. You have found yourself so unhappy with life because you're constantly comparing yourself to what the next woman has, what they've achieved, how many followers they have, how many views they have, how many likes they have, where they're going on vacation, how their husband treats them, all the nice things you see their partner do for them. You're comparing your wardrobe to them, your education to theirs, and all that is doing is tearing you down and making you feel horrible about all of the things that you've accomplished. Their accomplishments don't change you. Their accomplishments don't dim your light unless you let it. You have got to genuinely practice celebrating other women's successes. This is the only way to crush comparison. Tip number 6 is probably one of my favorites. Sis, you cannot pour from an empty cup. I give this analogy all the time. You turn on a spigot expecting water, but the water is not turned on, so all you hear is air. That is what it sounds like when you're trying to pour from an empty cup. You think that even though you're tired and you're still going to try to pour from your cup, that individuals are going to receive it. But all that they receive is you're empty. You're devoid of whatever it is you're trying to give others, but yet you keep trying to pour from a cup that has not been refilled. Sometimes we need a 7-day vacation to refill our cup. Other times we need a 20-minute shower while listening to an old school playlist. Self-care isn't selfish, it is survival. You are so accustomed to putting everyone else first that you have found yourself feeling guilty for just needing some personal time. But the reality of it is you can't give what you ain't got. Your families, your job, your husband, or your partner deserves the very best of you. So take time to refill your cup so that you can be the best and give them the love, attention, and intentionality that they deserve. Tip number 7 on the things that I wish I knew sooner is that money does buy happiness. Financial independence is freedom. Money is power, especially for women. And I despise the person that made us believe that money does not buy happiness, because it most definitely does. But where we get confused is not identifying the fact that happiness has categories. And there is a such thing as financial happiness. Being able to put all of your bills on auto pay, paying off your debt, buying a new home, taking your mama, your sister, your best friend on a dream vacation. That's happiness. Walking into a store not flipping over the tag is happiness. Not being dependent on a paycheck for survival is happiness. We tend to want to avoid money conversations. And I've actually been considering creating a series of videos specifically about money because it's something that we're definitely not talking enough about. And because it is a conversation that we have avoided for way too long, it is a topic that we don't understand. We hear people talk about building generational wealth and we have not the slightest idea where to start. Having your own money offers you choices and it builds confidence. Honey, I wish I knew sooner that financial independence is freedom. Tip number 8 is that your body is not your enemy. You guys, I have been very transparent about my weight loss journey and my mindset around my body. But our bodies are our home. They were designed to protect us. But when we are constantly critiquing our bodies, going on diets that hurt our internal health, starving our bodies, not getting enough sleep, and then standing in the mirror and poking at every single imperfection, causes us to see our bodies as the enemy and something that we hate. But our bodies are literally a temple. Our bodies are the space where the Holy Spirit would love to dwell. But if we hate the dwelling, why would we invite anyone in? Therefore, we neglect our spiritual life, we neglect our health, and we mistreat the space that we should be respecting the most. It is time for us to change our mindset around our bodies and start loving the bodies that God has entrusted us to dwell in. Tip number 9 is that you do not need permission to change. I absolutely love when people say that I've changed. It is probably the highest compliment. In no way do I want to be the same old person that I was last time you saw me. God forbid I'm doing the same old thing the same old way. And guess what? I didn't need your permission to make a life adjustment that better suited me, that I liked better, that felt good. You can reinvent yourself at any age. Yes, I specialize in helping women over the age of 40 who are on a reinvention journey. But baby, if you are 22 and you are watching and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I don't like what I see, you don't need permission to change. But if you felt as if you did, take this as permission to change today. Who you were in your past that did not serve you, that you did not like, that you were embarrassed of, does not have to be who you are forever. We stay in situations that don't serve us for fear of judgment. We fear the unknown. We've been doing this as unsuccessfully as it has been for a very long time. So we're comfortable and everybody else is comfortable around us. They know that they can use us, they can depend on us, that you're going to continue to try to pour from that depleted cup, but you don't take care of yourself, you take care of others. And because they are accustomed to that, they're going to continue to use you. But you can decide today that you are ready for a change. You don't need my permission or the permission of those around you. It's personal. Talk to God about the woman that you want to be and decide today that you're going to become her. Tip number 10 is that you should choose quality over quantity in absolutely everything. From your relationships to your food to where you lay your head at night. I'd rather take 1 or 2 real friends than a million fake ones. That's why I love being in this space with you guys. You're my real ones. You're going to keep it real with me, holding me accountable just like I'm going to hold you accountable. Having quality experiences and even laying on quality sheets just makes your life better. It increases your confidence and your self-worth. We keep toxic people around us trying to people please. We know that one friend that never has anything good or positive to say, but she needs you. And so because you need to be needed and you have dependency issues, you stay in the toxic friendship, even though it depletes you of all of your positive energy. But sis, let me tell you, you are better alone than being in bad company. You are better spending the extra $20 and staying in a nice hotel than staying in a sweaty hotel where you don't feel safe. Spending the extra money to eat the quality food makes you feel so much better than going through the drive-thru and sitting and eating in your car. You deserve quality in everything. Quality may look different depending on your bank account, but make what you can afford the very best because you deserve it. Tip number 11 is that your time is your most valuable asset. You're not going to just sit around and waste my time. You have got to learn when you are wasting your time and prioritize the things that matter. You might be wasting your time in a marriage, a relationship, or even a job. And because time is your most valuable asset, you have got to cut off what does not serve you. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. It is limited and there are no do-overs. You have got to learn how to protect your time like you protect your money. We don't have our money sitting in a bank with no securities and no double authorization login. We just don't have lots of cash sitting out all willy-nilly. We protect it because it's valuable. We don't let everybody access it. We put up safeguards to protect it, and yet you're not willing to do that with your time. I have spent so much time on individuals who did not deserve it, who did not value it. So if you do not take anything from these 11 tips that I wish I learned sooner, please make sure that you remember that everyone is not worth your most valuable asset. Okay, sis, we have finally come to tip number 12, and that is that it is never too late to start over. And you can do it as many times as you want to until you get it right. I'd rather you start over and waste your time than to keep on the same trajectory that you've been on that you know is not serving you. You're not happy. You're not getting anywhere. You don't like who you are. You don't like what you look like. You don't like the job. You've never liked the city. You no longer have anything in common, and you are severely unfulfilled. It's never too late to start over. You can change your mind. You can change your mind this year, or you can change your mind as soon as right now. I used to like it and now I don't. And that's okay. But decide today that you're not going to continue to do the same old thing the same old way and expect different results. You have got to start thinking that you're too old, that you're too behind, and that it's too late. Every single day, you have the choice to start again. I'm not a big fan of starting on a Monday. I'm the fan of starting right now. You want to eat better, but it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening? That means that your dinner is your very first high quality meal on the journey of becoming the woman of your dreams. You don't have to start at breakfast the next day. You don't have to start on a Monday. You don't have to start at the beginning of the next month. Right now, in this moment, is the very best time to start planning, to start reinventing yourself, to start wearing makeup, to start pouring into yourself so that you have something to pour into others. The choice that you make today to put yourself first can change absolutely everything. Oh sis, I cannot wait to meet you in the chat because I would love to know which one of these 12 resonated with you. What would be different about your life if you'd learned sooner? And which one of these 12 tips that I have offered are you going to start today? Like I said, when I was jotting down notes for this episode, I had well over 12 tips. There are so many things that I wish that I knew sooner, but the goal is to honor where you are and to start today. Sis, I love you, and I pray that you are well and that you're doing something every single day to reach your most ambitious goals.